Hello and welcome to the Communication Breakdown number 25, the Halloween Spooktacular. I am your host. My name is Sandra. As always, shout out to my kids. Trick or treat. Love you and miss you. Tonight with me, I have a very special co-host from a very special band. I'm sure if you're a huge GNR fan, you'll recognize this guy, Mr. Izzy Stradlin. Hang on. I got applause for that. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Axel's not here, is he?
No, he's nowhere to be found. No trick or treats?
Yeah. No tricks. All treats.
Very good. More candy corn?
Moss. Moss.
I can't eat that anymore. So, my first guest, I'm waiting for another one to show up, but our first guest is a good friend of mine. I met him a couple years back on Twitter. His guitar playing is what caught my attention. Very good. He puts little clips on Twitter. I've tried to talk him into starting a YouTube channel, but he refuses. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce very good friend, Mr. Aaron Sutton.
What's up, guys?
Good to have you aboard. Finally.
I know it's good to be here. I'm ready to talk some metal.
All right.
I'm just trying to find banners and whatnot that need to be going. There we go.
Aaron, how's it going?
I got no kids right now. I got some beer. I have a couple more right here, so I'm not gonna have to go anywhere for a little bit. So things are looking up.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween chat. And by that, I mean Big G, my brother, Charles Green, Dwight Bailey, Hitman's in the house. Thanks for tuning in. Thomas Santiago, Sean Bierbrower. You still got your face paint on, Sean? Mike Lepensi. And that's about it for now. We got 8 watching and 11 thumbs up. I don't know how that's possible, but I will take it.
They'll be rolling in.
They will be rolling in. All right. So we're just going to wait for, if he pops in, he pops in. Hopefully he makes it. Otherwise, you are in Ohio, Aaron, yes?
Yes.
And the weather...
Up here in Cleveland, and things are, like, we're not snowing yet, but we're trending that way.
My brother, Viking dude. We've had snow twice in Wisconsin. Very light, dusting.
Yeah, like we had some hail yesterday, but
oh wow.
Yeah, but no snow yet.
No snow yet.
But we're no strangers to it, so we'll be there before we know it.
Gary, thanks for popping in. This is Aaron. Aaron, this is my brother, Big G, the big, furry, fuzzy, fun-loving Viking dude.
Nice, dude. Nice to meet you.
What up, bro?
Big G.
Tony, you look a little like a transvestite, I gotta say.
Oh, oh.
I gotta say. It's the wig. I think it's the wig. I don't know.
All right. I'm
Maybe
trying over here.
And Sandra, that's a perfect Alice Cooper if that's what you're going for. or you could also be oh shit. Blackie Lawless.
Oh, sure.
Little bit.
Little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't
But-
stay. We got people
No,
coming over
actually,
tonight.
I was going for this look right here.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfecto mundo. So yeah, I can't stay. We got people coming over tonight. I just figured I'd jump on for a minute until they show up, and then I got to bail.
I'm glad you popped in. If you see Jay, tell him we said hi.
I shall.
Yeah. Nice to see you, dude.
I haven't seen Jay in like 2 weeks, so I think he's done. I think his season's over.
But you live in Florida. Ice cream season should never be over.
I know. Well, when it gets below like 70 here, people like wear sweaters and like they turn their heat on. It's ridiculous, man.
That's
It's
a great
ridiculous.
picture, Tony.
It is.
Rick Hefner, Brian Spalding, thanks for tuning in.
Hey, kids. Thanks for hanging out.
So are you born and raised in Cleveland or no?
No, I'm actually from Southeast Ohio, so the more beers I have, the more redneck I'm going to sound like throughout the podcast. But no, I was
Nice.
born and raised in a little town called Marietta, so it's right against the West Virginia border. So we kind of have this southern draw to our accent where we live. I was born and raised there. I've lived in Ohio my whole life, but not necessarily in Cleveland. I've been in Cleveland since 2012.
Okay.
I've heard
And
the Cleveland rocks, by the way.
It does rock. We have good beer here, and we have some good music. So that not much more I can ask for.
Nice.
Nice.
So who was your first influence musically? Your mom, your dad, both, neither?
It was definitely my dad. My mom is not someone who like really listens to music at all, and my dad is consumed by it. So I got started on Ozzy and Black Sabbath. Those were my introduction to metal. And then once I heard Pantera, that was just that was like, okay, this is it. All right.
Yeah.
This is me right there.
Game changer.
Blew the lid off everything, right?
It really, like, I remember where I was when I heard
Yes.
Vulgar Display of Power for the first time. So that was the first record that I heard of Pantera, and I just was, this is fucking it, man. This is.
You put a good vein around here, dude.
Yeah. So once I heard Dime, and I tried a lot of my guitar stuff. If I can sound anything remotely close to Dime from time to time, that's I feel like it's a win for me.
Nice. Yeah, Pantera made Metallica sound like Neil Diamond.
Yeah, I had heard Metallica, Iron Maiden and other bands that were certainly good in their own right, but Pantera just spoke to me on a whole different.
Me too.
I mean, just man.
Yep.
Pantera always had that fuck you quality. You don't like it? Fuck you. I don't care. We're gonna play it anyway.
Oh man, and I loved. Even as a kid, like my friends were, Michael Jackson and everything else that was popular at the time, and I kind of embraced being that person that listened to something different. And Pantera just like emblazoned that whole mentality for me. It was like, if you don't like me, fuck you, but we're gonna bring this with a sledgehammer every single time, and we're gonna hit you over the head with it.
We're gonna ram it down your throat. We're gonna ram it down your throat.
That's right.
Right.
What was your first Pantera song that you went like, holy shit?
I mean, really, the very first track on Vulgar Display of Power. I mean, it's that whole the first 5. Once I got to This Love, so I think that's the 4th song on that record.
Okay.
Once I got through that song, I just think I probably blacked out or something. Like I was just in that zone, man. It was every song through there just crushes you.
Yeah, it does. It truly does.
I
Yeah,
think
there's nothing else like it.
5 Minutes Alone, I think, was like the first one that like crushed my skull. I mean, I heard like Walk and Cowboys, and then the first time I heard 5 Minutes Alone, I was like, that fucking groove, that heavy, badass groove. Da-da-da, da-da-da,
Yeah.
da-da-da. That was just like, dude, that was just like sick.
And no one was doing the horse squealies like Dime at the time, and I mean, he just mixed metal with blues somehow, and it was just so original. And it's like that just carried me through the 90s, because I will admit I had the Corn Limp Bizkit phase like everybody else did for a short time, but it never. I even knew like it didn't have any staying power. Pantera always just like stuck with me.
Well,
it carried me through that dark time in metal, as I will call it.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of Sons of Texas, Aaron?
No.
Check them out, dude.
Yeah.
Down by the riverbed.
You'll like Sons of Texas. Yeah.
Okay.
Check them out. Check them out, bro.
Definitely will.
So right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play a video. You'll get to hear Aaron in action. We collabed on a video a while back. I'm going to play that right now. It is called 8 Minutes.
Nice.
I've been trying to help out. So you breathe, lift your neck, man. One of my homies died. He went back on these cars.
I'm about to die to see.
Relax.
Man, I can't breathe my face. Just get up.
What do you want?
I can't breathe.
What do you want?
I can't breathe.
Wow.
That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still kind of get chills when I look at that, Sandra. It's
Yeah, it's tough
That
to watch.
video-
That was one of the hardest videos I ever had to work on.
yeah, but like just once we talked out the idea it was like we have to do
Yeah,
this.
it had to be done. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we're metalheads. We talk about dismemberment and dystopia before most people have their morning coffee. So
Right.
it was a
Yeah.
subject that I felt like only our genre could really speak to.
Yeah.
And once I kind of had that idea for the ticking clock, as his, he's being kneeled on, I was like, okay, there's something here, and I think it gives this, what just happened to this man, it gives it a little bit of a perspective that maybe the written word just couldn't do.
Yeah, it gives it legs for sure, man. It puts it out there.
Yeah.
I hate to break this up, but I gotta go.
It was nice meeting you, man.
Nice
Thanks for
meeting you,
popping
Aaron,
in.
man. I want to have you back on when I can actually hang out.
All right,
and
yeah,
talk
let's
for a
do
little
it.
while. Sweet.
Gary, Big G.
Tony, Sandra,
Yeah.
love you guys.
Love you too.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
I'm very horny tonight, by the way. Just so you know. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming by.
See you, dude.
Later.
Bye.
And then there were 3.
Yeah. So let me get it.
So Aaron,
Oops.
you're a player. How many years have you played? What age did you start?
I actually got off to a late start, which I kind of regret. I wish I had taken it up a little bit earlier. I think I could have got through the clumsy phase a little bit faster. But so I really got started when I was, I would say, 24. My girlfriend, now wife at the time, had got me a gift certificate to a guitar shop, and I ended up getting a Strat for myself and just kind of got my start with that. And then once I got a little bit more money and got a little bit better, I ended up getting this bad boy here.
Nice.
So look at that thing.
My custom Zach Wild Epiphone, and I wanted something with EMG pickups on it, and that has been kind of my.
I gotta
my
put
go-to.
in. Chat's gonna throw a fit. You need to hold that back up a little bit longer.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Or my audience is gonna go nuts. We didn't see it. So there you go. Take a good look, chat. Yep, go all the way up to the headstock. They want to see all that stuff. There
Nice
we go.
EMGs, yeah.
Very
Yes.
nice.
And it just, I don't know if it's placebo effect or not, but it just picks up my pinch harmonics and everything better
That
than
is
other
nice.
guitars that I have played. And that's an important quality in the type of music that I'm writing these days. So
Yeah.
just
Right.
a great instrument for me. My next investment is going to be a 7-string with a Floyd Rose whammy bar. And I need to, I had mentioned the horse squealies earlier from Dime, and that's something that I need to incorporate into my playing more. I'm mostly familiar with the technique. I just don't have an instrument with a whammy bar on it. So I'm going to get a 7-stringer so I can get some of those lower tone. And that seems to be everything with metal these days is a lower toning that you almost need the 7-string anymore. But yeah, that'll be my next investment.
Yeah, cool.
So are you in a band? Do you want to be in a band? Currently in a band? Don't want to be in a band? Just like playing for-
I'm pretty content with my Twitter audience. I have 4 kids and a 5th that's going to be here on Monday. So
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm more keen to get them to have a rock and roll career than me myself. I have too many kids to devote to the music industry, but I certainly love it as an escape. And like I told you, my being influenced by Dime and just wanting to sound like him, the fact that I can now take what's in here and put it into a song has been probably the biggest gift that music has given me so far, is being able to sound like the band that changed my musical interests, or at least, like kept me metal, it kept me in that mold.
Aaron, you have the Epiphone there. You got any more axes in the arsenal?
I still have my Strat that somehow my kids have not destroyed yet. That's the one that I let them play once they want to come down and sound like Dad. Sometimes we're getting there, but yeah, it's just the Wild Axe and the Strat, and I feel like both guitars give me, the Strat gives me the ability to go to something a little bit cleaner and more bluesy sounding, so I can easily gravitate over to that if that's the type of stuff that I'm in the mood to play. And then the Epiphone has always been my go-to for anything metal or distortion related.
Yeah. Nice.
But no, I've never been in a band, and honestly, I'm all self-taught, so I am just in the last year probably just learning how to play with drums and stuff like that, and that's been a fun adventure for me, honestly, because once it clicks, it's one of those things of music. Once those things click, and you just it just unlocks this new material that you can share with other metalheads, and it's a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah.
So other than Dimebag, who are some others that you really enjoy listening to?
It's hard to say, honestly, because I feel like I'm influenced by everybody to some degree. Jeff Hanneman and Kerry King, the way, just their lightning fast riffs are something that still impresses me to this day. Randy Rhoads with his ability to mix in neoclassical stuff with just the straight, thick rock and roll from the 80s. Malmsteen and some of the neoclassical and like harmonic minor stuff that he does. I think that's another thing that I try to weave into everything. Dime's definitely number one. Gary Holt is up there too.
Yeah,
he's one that I kind of got into late into my metal head. I wasn't even privy to Exodus until like 10 years into being a metalhead. So I wish I would have discovered them earlier. He probably would have influenced me a lot earlier than he did. Marty Friedman's up there. Just being able to sound, I don't know how else to put it, to sound weird, but like to sound, within the scheme of things, I think was something. It's so risky to me sometimes, like to sound so off sometimes, but then to be able to bring it back and be so technically skilled, that's something that impresses me too.
Yeah, it's a talent.
Yeah. So I would say there's a lot of different guitars. Tony Iommi is definitely up there. Just his stage presence, if anything.
Yes.
It's like, man, he just exudes metal. It's like
he sure does.
He can just stand there and just rip riffs all day long. So a lot of those guys are definitely up there.
What kind of gear you play through? What kind of amps do you use and like, and what kind of pedals?
So I do not gravitate towards the pedals too often because I play through a line 6. So I have a 75 watt Spider 4 line 6, and the thing will survive a nuclear holocaust, I'm pretty sure. Like it's been indestructible for me, and it's got so many different modes on there. Because I'm not playing live music, I don't really have to worry about being able to switch on the fly or anything like that. I can kind of be pretty compartmentalized with how I do the music. So I didn't really see the need to invest in any pedal equipment because I had the luxury of having this line 6 and having a lot of different sounds that I can experiment with.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Let me see.
I'll be right back.
The only unorthodox thing about any of my equipment is I play a Clayton pick, and I don't know if it's kind of hard to tell on the camera, but these things are pretty big, and they're 3-sided, so I feel like I wear my picks down quite a bit because I'm always, palm muting and playing something fast, so I think it kind of wears down a little bit. So to be able to, like, mid-song, kind of spin it around to what I perceive to be like the kind of the more complete side of the pick, I can kind of like rotate it around and get back to chugging through something. So I like having all that like pick material, and it doesn't really bother me. I would imagine other guitar players like having a smaller pick just because there's just more pick to get in the way of the string. But for me, and the way I hold the pick and the way I play, it works for me.
Whatever makes the player comfortable.
Exactly.
Gauge-wise, shape-wise, yeah.
And that would be my take-home message. Any guitar players listening to this podcast, I know you'll hear guitar players tell you to do certain things, but it really is a matter of feel. It's if it works for you, even if it looks unorthodox, if it works, it works, and you should stick with it.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're teaching your kids. What's that like?
I love the like, I don't know how to describe it, like the wheels are turning face that they have once they see that they can strum the strings and my amp rings blah,
right.
It sounds terrible right now, but just like their feeling of like creation and just doing something loud too, like they're allowed to do something that has a really high volume, and I'm usually like, all right guys, you're too loud. Once we're downstairs in Daddy's man cave with the amp on, all those rules go out the window. So it's been pretty cool. And it's one of those things, like my dad is really good at air guitar, but not real guitar. So he didn't get to pass that on to me, but he did get to pass on music to me. And I feel like I'm just kind of adding another layer onto it with my kids, that if they want to learn how to play guitar, I can teach them. But hell, I mean, if they want to play drums or the accordion, or my wife's Slovenian, so we have an accordion here. So whatever they get into, I'm okay with. But it would be kind of nice.
I gotta see where the dogs are.
Uh-oh.
I hear him. Her, rather.
Izzy, what are you drinking tonight?
Plain cola. Is all. Yeah. Just plain cola. How about you?
I'm drinking some Christmas ale right now from
nice.
From a Cleveland brewery.
Oh, local beer, huh? Local craft, huh?
Yep.
Gotcha. Have you got your Strat nearby?
It's downstairs. I'm welcome. It'll take me 10 seconds to go get it.
All right, grab it.
All right, I'll be right back.
I'm sure everybody wants to see it.
Okay, this is just crazy.
He'll be right back. He went to get his Strat.
Oh, okay. I just I bless his heart. I said people are going to want to see your guitars and whatnot, so make sure that you have them handy. And he says, okay. So he went and grabbed the one Epiphone that we just saw. Man, that is a nice guitar. Real nice. Thanks, Rising Havoc. The other guy, he's still trying to join us. Hopefully he can make it. All right. I guess I'm talking to myself. Okay.
All right.
Hang on. There you go.
Your typical Strat magenta, and I don't know if you can tell, you see the stickers all over the fretboard. That's how I learned note names.
Yep.
So
Nothing wrong with that.
I kind of think of music, at least playing the guitar. I still have those colors kind of in my head with note names. So that's just how I learned how to map out the fretboard as I was learning to play the instrument. So it's kind of nice to like not have to have stickers on the Zakk Wylde guitar, because I know where everything is now. But it was definitely convenient, just learning the music side of things, playing the guitar, to just know where I was at and not be, I could be in really any position on the guitar and kind of know my way around. And once I got to that point, I felt a little bit better with my songwriting.
Sure.
Yeah. What helped me learn a little bit as a young guy, pre-internet, there was a poster I had on the wall that had all the notes and the chords, and that was helpful as a young guy. Yeah.
I mean, it was, for me, just being self-taught, it just helped me kind of like speak the language that everybody was using, playing an A chord. It's nice to be able to just say that instead of saying, oh, you have to put your finger here, or you have to put your finger here. It just kind of helped kind of cut through the noise. So once I learned some of the music language, I felt a little bit more, adept.
Now, your kids, are they grasping notes and the concept of the strings and all?
So my 5-year-old is realizing, like, depending on where his finger is on the fretboard, it has a different sound. So we're at least to that point that he knows that depending on where you have it, it's going to have a different sound to your ear.
Yeah, a cool sound, hopefully.
A cool sound, yeah. It's usually a lot of open strings, but even just having that slight little tweak and a different sound by holding a different fret was like, oh my God, I just did that. Dad, I just did that. I was like,
that's what it's, man.
Look what I can do.
Beautiful.
Yep. And of course, I'm not shy to play any heavy metal material in front of them. I feel like I haven't had to explain the whole cuss word thing, because usually heavy metal is just going through it pretty fast, and there's, because, oh no, he said a different word. It's
when you swear now, you'll just say, no, I'm singing lyrics.
Right, exactly.
I'm writing a song.
Oh man, it's beautiful. So I haven't had to, go through that stuff with them yet. So they got to know that Dad brings it loud and heavy all the time.
There you go.
Yep.
All the time.
And chat, if you don't follow him on Twitter, you need to. His link for his Twitter is in the chat, so click on that. Follow Aaron. You'll get to see clips at least once a week of original riffs that Aaron writes himself, and then he posts for all of us to enjoy. And I appreciate it.
And I'm happy to take on requests too. So I like to do covers. I happen to be a little bit more inspired when I do original stuff, but certainly like doing covers. And any guitar player out there that wants to know what I'm doing in a certain riff and tab it out even, or do a little lesson, I have no problem sharing that with you guys. So I'm a teacher by trade, so I feel pretty comfortable doing that stuff. So don't hesitate to reach out. You can DM me. My DMs are open.
Very cool. Something else that you are affiliated and co-owner of is the Pro Football Network. Did you want to talk about that for a little bit?
Oh, I'm a big football fan. Like we were talking backstage, I met Dan Marino when I was a kid, and it was game over after that. So I've been a Dolphins fan since I was a little kid. And just my love of football has kind of turned into being an owner of a football website that happens to be doing pretty well right now. So if you like football, check us out. And if not, let's talk metal. So,
all right.
But yeah, just like watching football. I was actually a basketball player. Didn't have the body type to play football, but it was always kind of my mistress. I liked watching the game and have always been kind of drawn to it. So to be able to own a website and be able to talk about it every day has been pretty cool.
And your website is called?
ProFootballNetwork.com.
ProFootballNetwork.com.
The links are down below and over in the chat.
Yeah.
And we talk about everything. If you like to bet on games, we talk about that. If you play fantasy football, we talk about that.
Yes,
if you like watching the game, we talk about that too.
Trash talk.
Yeah. Yes, I've been known to throw some shade at Jets fans as often as possible.
Those tweets I get a kick out of. I'm a Packer fan, thank God. But I've taken the brunt of some very nasty football jokes myself.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the NFC North is brutal.
Yeah.
Between Chicago fans and Minnesota fans, and gets heated, I'm sure.
Packers got the best fans, though.
I really not, and I that's true because I told you backstage. I believe that 100%.
We are the nicest fans in the NFL.
You guys made sure that I was never thirsty for beer. I always had plenty of beer.
That's right, beer and brandy and cheese. Beer, brandy, brats, and cheese.
There you go. And
don't forget the cheese.
And that was pretty much my entire stay in Wisconsin, which was okay with me.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Maybe a little weed in there too, but.
Uh-oh. He's almost here. Mark? Hey! Are you live? Mark?
I did hear him say, hey.
He's there. We need to start his camera.
What's up?
Can you hear us?
Unstable internet connection.
Oh, jeez. Can you hit refresh? Will that help?
You're sharp on this stuff, man.
Dude, you're only 50 miles from me. I will come get you if I have to.
Where's Sandy at? I can only see you, man.
Really? That's weird. Oh.
Uh-oh.
And then there were three.
Okay, hang on. Oh. You gonna turn your camera on? Is he trying to talk to me on Facebook? No, he's not. Okay.
Hey, girl, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. It's spotty, but we can hear you. We can't see you.
Oh, God, not this shit again.
It's a communication breakdown. Oh. Well, thanks for... Oh. Anyways. Favorite Halloween candy, Aaron, of all time?
Good question. I got to go Reese's. Because I can't do... See, Izzy, that's where you and I were going to have to part ways there, man. Candy corn and I
ate about 8 Reese's the other day, man.
Oh, man. I'm not really a big candy person. in general, but candy corn and Peeps really are the two candies that
Ooh, no Peeps. Ugh.
Please, if I never see you again, that's great.
Wait, I take it back. Peeps are good. If you like Rice Krispie treats, instead of using the regular marshmallows around Peeps season, melt the Peeps instead of the marshmallows and make your Rice Krispie treats.
I didn't think Peeps melted. I thought
they
one
do
of
melt.
Things.
I know, right? What's all the chemicals in this shit? It will never, ever go away. It's like those McDonald's hamburgers that never spoil or mold. That's scary.
There was, I think it was like Iceland or Greenland or something. Somebody in like 1995 just threw a McDonald's cheeseburger out into the tundra, and they just ate it a couple of months ago, and it still was like preserved.
I see him.
I think I see somebody.
Mark,
Briefly.
we see you.
Where'd you go? What are you rolling down a hill? Hey! Stop moving. Put the phone down. Walk away slowly.
Who's our guest, Sandra?
This is Mark Frasier, aka Disco Duck, aka Tardation Mark. Yeah, next time I'll just come down and pick you up.
Boo.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, like my costume?
Yes.
I'm going as an old bald dude.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty original too.
You got to sit still, Mark. Prop your phone up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, there you go. Prop your phone up with something.
Okay.
Okay.
Besides my hand?
Yes, besides your hand. You get to move it around, the picture and the audio goes crazy. If you're still, we can hear you and see you.
God, I feel like I'm being talked to like a child.
I was gonna say, it sounded like me talking to one of my kids.
So,
It's me with my dog. All right.
Did you just zoom in?
Damn.
Yeah, leave it zoomed in. Just see, he's not being still.
Prop the phone up on the pillow like you did last night with that chick.
Hang on. Okay, hang on.
Okay, we're hanging. So, before COVID, was there a lot of good local bands in your area that you would go around to listen to, or not so much? I imagine in Cleveland there'd be bunches of live
must
music.
be.
You know what? Because of the number of children that I have that are young, I haven't been able to watch as many live shows. But pre-COVID, I checked Testament out when they were here. Chimera is a local band that I have a few contacts with that I could, like go play some music with them if I really wanted to. But I have not been able to get around as much to and be familiar with the local scene. I'm more connected to all the familiar classics than I am anything new.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
You got young kids. Yeah.
Mark,
I'm always down to listen to something new if you guys know something.
Bleed from Within.
Okay, and what was the Texas band that you?
Sons of Texas.
Sons of Texas. Okay, let me write that down before I forget.
If you like Lamb of God, you'll love Bleed from Within, and if you love Pantera, you're gonna like Sons of Texas.
Yeah.
I like both of those bands, so that's.
How you doing, Mark? Mark, don't be mad at me. Come on. You mad at me? He's grinning. He's gonna grin. He wants to grin. He's not mad at me.
Did you say?
Oh, lost his audio. I can imagine how frustrated he is.
Maybe he can work it out and we can hear and see him.
What time is it?
7:46.
Okay. It seems about time. Aaron, every week we have a trivia giveaway, and we're gonna do that now. Oh, hang on. I think Mark's popping back in. There he is. Let me find my question. Mark, we're gonna do the trivia giveaway right now. So here is the question. What year did the original Halloween come out? And this is what you're playing for. A limited edition communication breakdown t-shirt. And I'll even throw in one of our Halloween stickers.
Oh man. And it's not like I can look it up on Google right now.
Answers are coming in.
You'll be able to.
Rising Havoc, 1978. Boom.
That was fast. I was gonna say 1981 for some reason.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I was thinking it made it into the 80s.
Oops, let me get this comment out of here. When the original Halloween was released in 78, a novelization of the film followed just a year later, written by Charles Curtis Richards. The book follows the events of the film, but expands on the Festival of Samhain and Michael's time at Smith Grove Sanatorium. So, Rising Havoc, I need your information, cornysandra@gmail.com, and I will get this mailed out to you.
Halloween's old school. That's an old school movie, right? That was back when scary movies were actually scary.
Yeah. Yes, they were. Rising Havoc. I better write that down before I forget it.
I like the part in that movie where the doctor guy, kids are around the Myers house, and he goes, "Psst, hey, get your ass away from there."
Yeah. Chat, got any questions for Aaron? Aaron, do you have any questions for us?
I'm curious, Sandra, how you got into Pantera, because I know you are a big fan as well. So I'm curious, like, what that circumstance was like with Pantera hitting your brain for the first time. What were you thinking?
It was junior, senior year. I don't know. We would smoke a pot, listen to music, and somebody says, "Check this out," put it on. I was like, oh, who is that?
Yeah, seriously, yeah.
And ever since then, yeah, they've been a fan. Well, I can't say most of my life, but
and for me too, like going from the Cowboys from Hell record to Vulgar Display of Power and hearing Phil's vocals really like get harder and like less. He was doing less of the like opera singing and more just in your face with everything that he delivered. And that was like another point where I was like, okay, stylistically and lyrically, this is how I like things to sound too. And
Yeah.
Phil is almost still the barometer. Randy Blythe would probably be like a new kind of barometer for me of what I want a lyricist to sound like in a metal band. Like, I just think their delivery has everything.
I just got to see Lamb of God 2 years ago with Testament and Napalm Death, Anthrax. And there was another one in there.
I mean, Chuck Billy's got to be up there since we're talking Testament too. Just his ability to growl, to sing, to do a lot of different things. He's
still
too, for sure.
Still,
and he's just such a big dude. Like, he just has such great stage presence too.
He does. He commands your attention.
Oh yeah. Alex Skolnick's another guitarist that just kind of blows me away. I don't even know what he's doing half the time.
Yeah. I'm very glad I got to see him live. Yeah.
And he just... See, that's why I could never play live music. Like, you know how Alex just holds the guitar vertically while he's playing some lightning fast solo? I could just never. It would just take me so long to figure out how to do that. It's just so impressive that they're able to do that.
Mark, I'm not sure what we're looking at.
Hopefully that's not his ass.
Oh, no, it's his Barky. Look, it's his kitty cat. It's a cat. Aw. Can you hear us? Apparently not. He's froze again. We got 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
Aaron, what are the big venues up in Cleveland that headliners come to?
So it really kind of depends on the scale of things. You know, if you're talking, you know, Beyonce or something that's, you know, a blockbuster entertainer, it's probably going to be at the Quicken Loans Arena where the Cavs play.
Yeah.
But like just a couple years ago, I caught an Alice in Chains show at a place called Jacob's Pavilion, which is a little bit more of a,
nice.
It's a smaller venue, but it's outside. It's on the lake. So it's got enough seating where you feel like you're, you know, at a show. But there's enough like outside scenery and stuff where it kind of feels like a unique place to watch something. So it kind of has that amphitheater feel.
Yeah.
So that was the last place where I saw a show at kind of not your typical dive bar type of place.
Yeah. Is your spouse a metalhead too?
She is the complete opposite of a metalhead. She listens to like Motown and gospel music. And I'm just sitting there just slamming stuff and drop C downstairs in the basement. So I think she gets a little nervous when I'm playing metal for the kids, but I always remind her that just as many studies have shown that children's brains develop from metal music as it does from classical music.
Sure.
So I throw everything at them, and we just see what sticks.
I've been a metalhead since 5th grade, and look at me, I'm fine.
You're totally fine and totally normal.
Yeah, while they learn, it must be fun. So, yeah.
So your
Mark,
wife,
are you there?
Is your wife like that to balance out the kids? Like he's listening to the...
No, she just doo-wop just happens to be her thing.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, complete opposite musical taste. My wife and I are pretty opposite in a lot of ways, which I think is what makes us work.
Yeah.
That we're not too similar, so we always kind of have a good like counterpart for anything that we're having, you know.
Mark, can you hear us? Mark.
What kind of music does Mark play?
Mark is huge into George Lynch.
Okay.
Nice.
And yeah, that 80s, yeah. And his guitars are just amazing. Oh. Yes, I've been trying to get him on here to show his guitars because they're badass.
Yeah, I want to see them, man.
Yes, as Mr. Beerbrower says, we're normal. Everyone else is weird.
You got it.
Oh, love
Thanks.
to the bark.
I've got another hot dog in the other room, and she has one as well, but doesn't like hers. So, yeah. Only on Halloween. We go dachshund things that they have here in North Carolina each year, and they wear them there. But, yeah.
Really, they have a Halloween thing for dogs there, huh?
No, it's not a Halloween. It's a winter dog get together, street fair type of. Yeah, it's a cool thing each year. It's in May, but not this May because of COVID. But
Whatever, like the last half.
I heard 2 words, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was supposed to see him this year too, down in St. Charles.
Something about St. Charles.
Yeah, I listen to EVPs and even I can't catch it. Shit.
name that lyric.
Mark, just go get your guitars and hold them up to the camera. Go get your guitars, buddy.
Lynch guitars first, if you can
Hey,
hear
I
me.
see Aaron again.
2 minutes, buddy. Oh, okay, there you go.
I see axes.
I see, hang on here.
Oh, there it is.
Man.
There it is.
There. Oh. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I got.
Look at that.
Looks like an ESP.
I got. Yeah.
Mark, your audio is. I can't understand a word. But yeah, I can see that guitar.
There's a sunbird tiger.
Grab some sheets of paper in the crayon box and write us some notes. I mean, Mark, it's not your fault, brother.
That's a sunburst tiger.
Sunburst tiger.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I want to hit my computer and fix it.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yes, Charles Green, I know. I have to get this guy on for real. I'm trying to get him on for real.
And
Because I would love to talk to Mark about his guitars and his playing.
Mark, if you can hear us, have you got any Lynch Skull and Bones guitar? You got one of those?
I don't think he does.
Hold up a thumb if you do. He can hear us.
Mark. Oh my God, we gotta go, guys. Be sure to check.
Funny, dude.
No, it isn't. God damn it, it ain't funny at all. But if I don't laugh, I'll sit here and bawl.
Appreciate that. I like that humor.
Oh, he just popped right out. Like magic.
Yeah, and one for Focus 3000, very clean. And I got the original owner in Iowa. Hang on
owner in Iowa.
a minute. I'll go get another one. The other one that I refinished.
Nice.
I didn't refinish these guys. They're stock.
Little higher, dude. Little higher. Let's see the headstock.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a jagged headstock like that.
You did a good job, Mike.
Yeah.
It's almost like a arrowhead, like a Native American arrowhead or something.
Yeah, it's cool.
In there. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, think of the Chiefs logo or something.
I can't recall exactly how the Lynch or Tiger Strike headstock is on the original.
Any of the Bones one?
Yeah, that's what we're asking.
Hang on.
It's like transmission from space. Houston? Houston? Are you speaking? I can't hear you, Mark.
Aaron, my kids are grown now.
Oh.
But
All
while they were young on Halloween, after they would get back from trick-or-treating, I would rob all the Reese's, all the O. Henrys, all of the Butterfingers. Yeah.
There is a severe dad tax in my house as well. Yeah, so you get one piece of candy before you go to bed the night of, and then that night, yeah, I go pillaging.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they don't need it.
Exactly.
Anyways, everybody in the chat, if you're on Twitter, make sure you find Aaron on there. Make sure to follow him. His links are in the description. You are you got an Instagram or anything that you want to shout out as well?
Actually, I think I have the same. I think I have the same handle on Instagram as well. A Sutton PFN.
Okay.
I don't go on Instagram though. It's more just for formalities.
Okay, so find him on Twitter.
I stick to Twitter. Yeah, if you actually want to talk to me, yeah.
Yeah, I talk to you on Twitter.
Yeah. That's the place to find me.
Aaron, it was nice meeting you, brother.
It was nice to meet you guys too.
Good to finally have you on. We'd like to have you back.
Yeah. No, we've been playing phone tag for a little bit too, but it was nice to be on, shoot the shit, and Sandra, again, it was amazing to work on that George Floyd video with you, and just to be able to talk metal with you.
Likewise, I feel the same.
Yeah, so it's been a pleasure to meet you. So yeah, and metal we trust.
Yes, absolutely. Hey guys, also Fruitcake Tony is 4 away from 200 subscribers, so make sure you go to his channel, click that subscribe button. He's got cool content, more cool than what I do here. So make sure you go check it out. Happy Halloween, everybody. We're out of here. Stick around, guys.